Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm here to share with you all the books I'm hoping to get to in June. Now in June I'm super excited because I'm participating in the Biblio games. If you haven't heard of that, it is a readathon that is created by Little Wolf Reads here on YouTube. So I'll have her channel and the video she has made where she discusses the readathon in detail linked down below. It's a really great interactive readathon that has already helped me meet new people and make new friends, so I'm really excited for June because I think it's going to be a great month. Basically, the theme for the Biblio games this time around is Sky High, and everyone is divided into teams. There are 4 teams and I'm on the villains team, and each team has their own group book. And then there are prompts for each team, and there are also 3 prompts that every team does. Yeah, like I said, the announcement video will be linked down below, so go check that out. This is a really great readathon, and yeah, I just love how interactive it is, and it makes me super excited. So the first prompt is homeroom, and for this you have to read the group book, and each team has their own group book. And for my team, the villains team, our group book is Vicious. I have had this book for so long. You can tell how long I've had this book because I have the really old cover that like you don't see on BookTube anymore because the new ones are a lot prettier. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't read this. Read her archive duology and I loved it, and I picked this up or bought this shortly after I read that years ago, but I just never read it. I don't know why. I'm super excited for this. I've meant to read it, like I said, for a very long time. And I believe this is like everyone's favorite book of hers. This is the book where I feel like everyone loves it. I feel like a couple of her other books kind of have mixed opinions, but this one just seems to get so much love and praise. I haven't heard a single bad word, and I'm super excited. And I think it's her favorite book as well. I really need to read this. It's just so long overdue. It is ridiculous at this point, but I'm so excited to finally pick this up. It's going to be really cool to pick this up during the Biblio games because I'm going to have so many people to discuss it and who are reading it for the first time like I am, so it's going to be great. The next prompt or class, I guess I could say, is to read a book in a format that you don't usually read in. For this I really struggled because I read a lot of physical books and I also listen to a lot of audiobooks, so I couldn't do that. And I also don't own a Kindle, and I don't really want to read off my phone because my eyes already suck and I don't want to ruin them further. Apparently you can choose a genre that you don't usually read, but I actually managed to find something on my shelf. So the book I'm going to be reading is Ideal by Ayn Rand. This is a non-fiction book. This was originally a short story, but it was converted into a script, and I believe it follows a famous actress who somehow gets tied up in murder and accused of murder and then is on the run, and it has something to do with her while she's on the run, and she has to reach out to her fans, like 6 different fans of hers who have written her fan letters, and she reaches out to these fans for help while she's on the run. I received this book last year as a Christmas present from my younger brother. I'd never heard of this until he gave it to me, but he's really into classics and non-fiction books, and I really want to get more into non-fiction and classics. I do read a bit, but I definitely don't dedicate a lot of time to reading them, and this just sounds so intriguing as well. And I'm really curious to read 2 different versions of the same story, to read the script and the short story, because this edition of the book is a bind up of both. Yeah, and this just sounds really cool, and I like that I'm going into this having no opinions from anyone else because I haven't seen any reviews of this. I haven't heard anyone ever talk about it on BookTube, so it's kind of really nice and refreshing to go into a book that I haven't heard anything about. Next we have lunch, and for lunch you have to read a book with a satisfying ending. This was kind of tricky because I didn't want to do a reread, and because I haven't read these, because it's kind of hard to figure out of which books you read which ones have a satisfying ending. But I believe people said you could also just go with a final book in a series, so that's what I did. So I'm going to pick up Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I've heard this book is really amazing and even better than Strange the Dreamer. I feel like people were a lot more satisfied with this book than Strange the Dreamer. So hopefully this fits the prompt well. I feel like everyone at this point knows what Strange the Dreamer is about. I'll give you a very short synopsis, but basically it's about gods, mysterious lost cities, and this boy called Lazo Strange and how he gets mixed up in it. Yeah. I have obviously read Strange the Dreamer. I read that well over a year ago, so I'm probably actually gonna have to pick up Strange the Dreamer in June as well. Strange the Dreamer was an interesting read for me. I read it and I was kind of like, I really enjoyed it, but it's a 4 stars. It wasn't 5 stars for some reason. I think because it was slow and because, I don't know. But then it was one of those books that I honestly could not stop thinking about it for ages afterwards, and even still to this day, like being over a year that since I finished it, I still think about it and how magical it was. So I changed my rating from a 4 to a 5. So I'm really excited for this, and I just love the world and just the whole atmosphere that Laini Taylor creates. It's just so magical. There's no other way to describe it. And yeah, I'm excited to finish off this duology. I've been meaning to for a while. The next prompt, which is a villains only prompt, is Mad Science, and for this you have to read a sci-fi book. And for this I've chosen The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. This was on I made a video recently where I had a list of series I would really like to get to this year, and this was one of them. So making progress. I just heard amazing things about this. It's a sci-fi, but I believe it's more of a character focused sci-fi, so I'm really interested about that. And I believe each book in the series are companion novels, so they don't necessarily follow the same characters. I've just heard really amazing things, and it's not a super long sci-fi, so I think it's going to be a good book for a readathon. Hopefully, we'll see. The next prompt we have is Archery 101, and for this you have to read a book with a badass character. This also was kind of hard because you don't always know if the book's gonna have a badass character until you read it, but I have chosen Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. His books tend to have badass characters, so that's what I'm hoping for this one. Fingers crossed. I don't know much about this at all. I believe it follows 2 princesses who are sisters and who are separated, and one's trying to save the other, or they're trying to get back to each other, or something along those lines. And I believe the magic system in this has something to do with light. I don't want to know anymore. I'm just gonna go in knowing that much. I read Skyward, also by Brandon Sanderson, in April for the Owls, and I loved it so much. So I've been dying to get to more of his books, and yeah, I think I'm gonna love this. I can't wait. So the last prompt is World Domination, and for this you have to do a buddy read. And for this I'm going to be buddy reading After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I'm going to be doing a buddy read with Kerry, so please check out her channel. I will have it linked down below. She's so sweet and she is obsessed with Taylor Jenkins Reid, so you know she has good taste in reading, and I'm so excited about this. I've read, what have I read? I've read Evelyn Hugo, I've read Daisy Jones, I've read Forever Interrupted, and I've read Maybe Sunday. So I've just got this and One True Loves, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. And then I've read all her books, and I really enjoyed Taylor Jenkins Reid, obviously, since I've read so many of her books. I don't know much about this one. I believe it's about a married couple and their marriage kind of falling apart, or them falling out of love with one another, so that's gonna be interesting. Honestly, I wouldn't pick this kind of book up usually. It's not a premise that I'm really drawn to, but because I have read Taylor Jenkins Reid and I just love her other works, like I really love Daisy Jones and Evelyn Hugo is my favorite, I just want to read all her books. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm excited, and I haven't read a book like this at all about a marriage falling apart. Yeah, I believe that's what it's about. I could be completely wrong. We'll see. So that's it. That's my TBR for June and for the Biblio Games readathon. if you are participating in the biblio games, please let me know. And tell me your TBR. If you've made a video on your TBR, please link it down below. I would really love to watch it and see what you have planned to read for June. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you are enjoying whatever you are currently reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye!